questions to figure out if there's an imposter, but we can't arouse suspicion. Oh, looks like Sayu's team is already here. Well, guess we'll just play it by ear. So tired. Sayu and Yoimiya seem the same as ever. Oh, good idea! Doppelgangers only mimic appearances.
Wait for...
Yeah, well, the Traveler's judging this thing, so we can't... Yeah, if the people in charge are... Oh, no, it's just... Well, so we wanted to come early to reminisce...
Wait for... acting. Marinara? Good banana?
Sumeru. Alright. Oh, we should get out of here for...
Bye, Wafer.
Bye, Yellow. Wow, we've had so many adventures, huh? You don't even realize it until... Oh yeah, totally! It was... Anyway, Paimon didn't pick up on anything suspicious from that team. If anything, we were the weird ones forcing conversations and stuff. Okay, so maybe it wasn't the best strategy. Let's ask about the creative process behind the game and confirm their identities that way. Paimon saw Toma's team.
Take it easy.
Hey, Toma! We were hoping to learn a bit more about the... Feel a soft bee?
Oh, Boss and Shosei were up super late last night.
And he's back at it this morning.
Time for an interview.
Into you?
Hold on! You can't just ask a sip... Impressive! And...
A nice one, boss.
Fixer is a tough nut to crack. Whoa, not a single stump?
Yeah.
Well, Toma's answers were all very genuine. Plus, he was with Shosei until late last night. Kozo and his two friends were together the whole time, too. So, we're back at square one. Fur and Yellow Fur are here early. You're here alone?
Don't know about Great Yokai, but Soul Lady is behind you.
Soul Lady? Oh, as in Soul of the Deep. Okay. Wait, did you say behind us? Kokomi! A little warning next time! Energy? Oh!
In a tree? Dryberry?
Oh, sorry.
Yobokoban is a criminal?
No, of course not!
In the clear. Good.
What about Mizuki? Where did she go?
Something tells me a certain someone is missing me.
Huh? Miko and Mizuki!
Yes, I left the rest to the young fellow from the Kamisato clan. At least for now, there's nothing suspicious to note.
That means the culprit didn't manage to sneak in.
Just like that, you let down your guard. And all it took was for me to wear her face.
The culprit? It's you!
Oh, greedy little thing. I thought we agreed on 20. Oh, it's getting harder and harder to tease you, traveler.
Can you stop with the teasing then? Even I'm reaching my limit.
500 years and you're still not used to it? Sounds like you need more practice.
At least spare me for the day. I can't take the mental torment right now. I'm running on fumes. Investigated the Shogunate officials' nightmares. Analyzed the traces of yokai power around Mount Yogo. Oh, and worked on some new game stages, of course.
All in one night?
Well, I didn't want someone to ruin the Mikawa Flower Festival. But I also wanted to do my best for my part of the festival. Besides, I've talked to many patients who worked multiple jobs just to make ends meet. Compared to that, complaining about one night of hard work is a little unreasonable. You're very persuasive, Kokomi. It would seem you also have a talent for clinical psychology. I'll leave it to you two then.
Sweet dreams!
Mizuki really cares about the festival, huh? She's putting so much pressure on herself.
Perhaps she's reminded of the festivals of the past when I was just a kid. We would rush past the other yokai. It would seem she hasn't forgotten, even after 500 years. You know, there's something to be said for knowing when to keep your mouth shut. Well, enough about the past.
But you didn't notice anything suspicious, right?
That's one possibility. The other is that the culprit's transformation is even more convincing than we imagined. In that case, we need a detective with a more professional skill set. Or we need to find a way to provoke.
But that sounds dangerous.
If the culprit is deep in disguise, a slight provocation won't completely expose them. What we need is to create reasonable doubt. Oh, A didn't tell you? Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Mikawa Flower Festival, it is my honor to announce an esteemed guest from Tenshukaku has agreed to take part in this year's festival. Please welcome Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder.
So this was your plan, Miko?
Well, not bad, right?
Wow, that was quite the entrance. Why didn't you clue us in earlier? We wasted all that time asking pointless questions. Another day of hard work. Where did the time...
Almighty Shogun! Glory to your everlasting reign! Welcome.
This doll looks familiar. Yet it would seem the ownership has changed hands.
You must be thinking of Tomoki. He wasn't feeling well today, so I'm filling in.
I see. Yet, you remind me of someone. A Doshin from the Tenryo Commission.
Oh,
What are you looking at, eh?
The food offerings. Although this vendor seems... working? I see. I appreciate your dedication, sir.
of course. It's an honor to serve such esteemed guests.
No need for formalities. I'll take 3 orders of dongo milk.
Right away.
3 orders?
Yes. I wanted to thank you for it. I have my reasons for being here, of course. But I would hate to tarnish the festive atmosphere. Yet, the name endures. And the joy of celebration along with it.
Traveler, Paimon. And the almighty Shogun?
Oh, Mizuki! Looks like you got some much...
Yume Mizuki.
Of course. I'm always willing to help. It's my duty. I wish I could have dispelled the nightmares, but this situation is uncharted territory for me.
Even so, relieving the pain of the nightmare.
So not even Mizuki could fix it?
Let's save the difficult questions for later. Actually, I came here to ask you something. Want to come to the Isa bathhouse with me? Most of the contestants will be there. Oh, and don't worry about payment.
Really? Yes, let's go!
Well, game development isn't easy. You've been under a lot of pressure yourselves with the investigation and all. So I thought you might like to join.
Of course we would! Right, Traveler?
I will remain here. I rarely have time away from Tenshukaku.
Aw, that's too bad.
I almost forgot. Miko wanted to talk to you, Traveler. I'll take you to her first.
Oh? Well, why don't we all go?
Almighty Shogun, your dongo milk is ready.
Oh,
No need, Shogun. Miko just had some quick things to go over with the judges, that's all. You and Paimon can wait here. We'll only be a minute. All right, now we can talk freely. I think something's off with the Shogun. You've been with her the whole day. Have you noticed anything? Exactly. You noticed too. I've witnessed a lot of cases where patients, for a variety of reasons, are unwilling or unable until their emotions become so heavy, even the strongest of people collapse under the weight. Humans, yokai, and archons bear the same capacity for emotion and are naturally susceptible to the same mental turmoil. It's very possible that someone who appears strong on the outside has learned to compartmentalize their negative emotions, and that is far from healthy. Anyway, the quickest route to curing the mind is through the heart. That's where you come in, Traveler. Approaching someone in a professional capacity often makes them more guarded. Here, with these 2 special coupons, you can get into Isa Bathhouse after closing. Then, this is what you're gonna do.
finally you're back! Paimon's had 2 servings of dango milk already!
Sorry for the wait. It sounds like the Traveler has other plans, Paimon. So we'll head to the bathhouse on our own.
Huh? You're not coming? Okay. Paimon will bring you back a hot spring egg!
There is no need to stay behind on my behalf. If you leave now, I'm sure you can catch up. What makes you say that? If my presence makes them nervous, I already disturbed their progress by coming to the festival. The last thing everyone... As you know, this body is hardly that fragile. It can operate for another 100 years with no issue. Mortals are weak in body and mind. If there is a choice of who to bear such a burden, Naturally, that person should be me. What does it matter? The world is not so easily bent to one's will. What clever verbal tricks, Traveler. It appears you think you can get away with manipulating the Shogun? I wouldn't be so sure. Persistent indeed. Very well. Well, shall we head out? All right, no reason to delay. Steam replete with the scent of orchids. Water that turns the complexion a blushing pink. Yes, there are royal hot springs near Tenshukaku, but the plans were set in motion only after Hiragi Hiroshi introduced the Snezhnayan blast furnace. When the project was complete, I was already in the plain of Euthymia. And, naturally, the body of the Shogun has no need for such luxuries. The members of the Kanjo Commission were once friends with Makoto and the Kitsune Saigu. Although mere mortals, those who managed to survive back then were special. What makes you say that? Now I see why my officials claim that the hot springs facilitate conversation. You're correct. Following the dark disaster 500 years ago, a nightmare engulfed Inazuma. On a battlefield consumed in darkness, our soldiers fought against dark forces, creatures capable of possessing people and trapping them in nightmares. Perhaps not. The battle was intense. Those who stood up in defense of this land knew the chance. But what if I told you this? If the person trapped in the nightmare was strong enough to overcome incapacitation, it would become a waking nightmare instead. The person would lose all capacity to distinguish dream from reality, perceiving everything in the real world as a continuation of the war, and every precious thing in life as an enemy to be annihilated. That is... Yes. I unleashed Muso no Hitotachi and struck her down. No need. I have no regrets. I know it was the right decision, both for Inazuma's sake and her own. If necessary, I would do it again. Well, it's about time you two showed yourselves, yes? You've listened in long enough.
Oh. Before you say anything, this part wasn't me.
Well, since the cat's out of the bag, how about a hot spring tea party?
Hey!
Nice and warm. No wonder the hot springs relaxed your inhibitions, eh?
So who came up with this idea? I want the truth.
I guess... both of us?
Well, I happened to consult a certain clinical psychologist about how to get an old friend to open up. In her expert opinion, doing something new with a trusted companion in a new environment can make someone less guarded. Looks like it worked like a charm.
It's one thing to trust that Miko has good intentions, but would you let your guard down around her?
Your concern is misplaced. I kept these matters to myself because I was unsure whether this incident is connected to the past, and I did not want to interfere with the investigation. If the investigation reached an impasse, or new clues pointed to the nightmare from back then...
Intel, huh? It appears you still don't understand why I wanted you to open up in the first place.
Help! Help me! Sounds like it came from outside. Let's check it out. Oh no! Someone's unconscious!
It seems different in some respects. Step back and allow me to examine her.
What's going on? Almighty Shogun?
What happened just now? What frightened you?
It's all right. With the Shogun here, nothing can hurt.
I almost fainted again just now. Yes. I was on my way to your restaurant. And as I was crossing the bridge, I saw someone staring at me from behind a tree. It was hard to make out their appearance in the dark, but I had a bad feeling. And it was me! In that moment, I thought about how people who see their doppelganger usually end up dead, and I fainted from—
A doppelganger? In Inazuma City? But we only detected traces of the nightmare.
I heard that people encountered doppelgangers on Mount Yogo, too!
Now that we have an understanding of the situation, why don't I take you to the police station to file a report?
Okay.
The situation is getting worse. If the doppelganger is limited to the festival grounds, that's one thing. But appearing on a random street in Inazuma City...
On the bright side, the victim seems okay this time.
Bad news, Shogun!
A Tenryo Commission official.
Another victim! At the festival! Kappa!
What?
But Sara and the others were keeping watch.
Make haste. Back to Mount Yogo at once.
Kappa! Kappa!
Excuse me. Let me take a look.
Mizuki! Traveler! Finally, you're back!
Now is not the time to cast blame. Did anyone witness—
We split up for just a second, and the next thing we knew... Oh, it must...
How is he, Mizuki?
It's strange. I can't perceive his nightmare.
The yokai! Kappa!
No. It was I who underestimated the enemy. Sara, what is the status of the other contestants and staff? Good. By decree of the Shogun, I declare that the Mikawa Flower Festival is—
Wait,
What is it, Miko?
you're being too hasty, eh? I understand your concern for the people, but I urge you to think this through, or we risk playing into the enemy's hand. Considering your history with nightmares, you have better cause than anyone to exercise caution. But do you truly believe that what we're facing now is just a nightmare?
Explain.
Call it intuition. If you want the truth, perhaps Doshin Shikanoen could shed some light. I believe there's been a break in the case.
That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't...
Kappa is made of wood?
No wonder I couldn't sense the nightmare.
I see. So the doppelganger infiltrated the festival as Kappa.
Kozo and his two friends were together the whole time, too. It's a Bakedaniki tail!
Kikaku! Kikaku! Run!
Tetsunosuke?
Aren't you supposed to be in Inazuma City?
Leave you two by your...
No.
Bakedaniki! Those little terrors! Come on, let's go after them! Paimon's had enough of these things! What even are they? More Bakedaniki tricks?
Nothing's working! The humans are catching up!
Little rascals! Stop running!
You wish!
Transform! Stupid humans won't be able to recognize us! You can't see me. You can't see me. I'm up on fire.
Tetsunosuke, you idiot! Don't tell them the three of us turned into bonfires!
Hear that, Traveler? Bonfires! 3 of them! We'll show them, stupid!
Transform!
They're gone again! Oh, what are they this time? Some kind of stone or brick? Oh!
Save us, Tsukumo!
Kichiro, protect us!
We're almost rid of them.
Tengu was flying!
Tengu, why are you helping the
Shogun? That's the leader of the humans!
Shogun sent people to steal our land!
Calm yourself, Sarah. Let's hear them out.
Shogun sent humans to steal our home.
And the Mikawa Flower Festival! Shogun is
Serve the humans? He's not
Shogun even...
Oh, you mean yesterday? That was my choice, actually.
Jeez, where are these ideas coming from?
Stay back!
Humans want to enslave us again!
Hold on. Something's not right.
No need. I know what's wrong.
What are you doing?
Kinkaku...
Servitude, enslavement. These might sound like ridiculous misunderstandings. A world of despair and fear, where enemies lurk at every turn, devoid of even a single shred of light.
So, they're sleepwalking? How do we wake them up?
If we knew how, we would have done so back then.
Give us your worst! Kinkaku will never leave the Tanuki path! King Ka-
Truly?
What are you doing? No, don't!
The humans are everywhere.
How long have we been hiding?
No idea.
Shh, quiet!
This is a fine piece of land. The grain yield should be exceptional.
Remember to check for traces of yokai in the surrounding area.
By order of the Shogun, we are to...
Why so hasty?
Hey, you know about the Mikawa Flower Festival, right? I heard 50% of the...
Oh yeah! The festival for humans. The festival for humans, and humans alone.
That's right. We should put them to work. The known for the...
No.
Quiet! Or...
What?
What is that? Ah!
Hey, are you alright? Yoko, Kappa, I need help over here! Hold on, we're coming!
The yokai and the humans are unconscious?
The same thing happened.
The Mikawa flower...
This show...
No, if we don't make it to the Boss Tama...
The humans are coming for us.
We infiltrate the Mikawa Flower Festival.
Bust!
How about...
Traveler! Traveler!
Are you all right, Traveler?
Where?
Huh? The nightmare is gone.
The Mikawa Flower Festival! The humans are
Oh, that explains all the boss tome of this and boss tome of that. That was the only thing they could imitate. Wait a second. Hitotsume Kozo and the others should be Akitsuyuge experts. But this time, Toma did all the work. Oh, you're saying Paimon's deductive reasoning.
Based on your description, Traveler, it's possible these Bake Danuki have been in hiding for 500 years. Sounds like they know Ioroi, too. Why don't we ask him?
The protector of the grove. It's been 500 years since our last meeting. Sarah, Heizo, return to the festival to keep watch. The doppelganger incident has been resolved, but the threat of the nightmare remains.
Ioroi, we're back!
Oh, keep it down. Bringing old... Shogun! I bow before thee.
All is well, Ioroi, hidden protector of the grove.
Ah, that would be because when Ioroi tried to pluck a nakuweed from the Imperial Garden, A nearly split him in two, Yashiori Island style.
Keep it to yourself, you meddlesome kitsune.
Ioroi, I wish to ask you something.
Anything, Shogun. Absolutely.
Suck up.
You could have at least slowed down a little. It took forever to convince them to come with me.
Oh, it's Ioroi! The humans really did kill you!
Your body is stuck!
Huh? I am not dead.
Not dead?
Ioroi?
Wait, this must be Kinkaku. Ginkaku.
When the humans, Kabuna Harunosuke, came to hurt us.
We ran and...
So we decided to escape the human...
That's when we uncovered a horn filled with yokai power.
It restored our power.
Oh! And by... Oh!
We tricked him and ran.
So, you didn't act...
We've been using the horn to hide ever since.
A horn full of yokai power. Could that be the source of the nightmares? If the horn contained the fragment of a nightmare, using its power to hide would spread the nightmare to them. That means that Bake Danuki have been trapped inside this state of anxiety for 500 years.
Ha! I could have told you that nothing good would come from that horn. Using external...
We strayed from the path?
But the horn helped us hide from the human.
On the contrary, the purpose of the investigation was to determine in advance if yokai were present on the land in question, whether we avoid encroaching on your...
Oh!
Wait. That is...
By order of the Shogun, if yokai live here, we need to discuss the proposal.
Ginkaku Tetsunosuke. Not all humans are bad.
Besides, the Bakedaniki were only sealed away back then because Ioroi stole that comb.
Yoroi? It's a thief?
How was I to know it was used to make sacred Sakura Daifuku? I gave it back, didn't I?
So the humans were mean for...
Well, if you must know, the young human and I fought. I was perhaps a tad careless, so I conceded...
There he goes again, changing the subject.
Now you know. No human is trying to harm you.
So...
500...
It was a 500-year-long game of hide-and-seek.
Huh?
Hey, my game of hide-and-seek isn't over yet.
Well, the mind of a Bakedaniki is something else.
That nature is what isolated them from the worst effects of the nightmare. But a nightmare that's still affecting people after all this time? Who could it belong to?
Tainted by darkness, the Oni warrior raised her sword against the almighty Shogun. Losing an arm and a horn to the Shogun's blade, she fled into the forest, never to be seen again. A trusted lieutenant fighting against the forces of darkness, she was once devoured whole by a beast from beyond this world. Thus she earned the name Chiyo the Tigerbite, or Tora Chiyo.
I don't think Chiyo would like that name, though she escaped the belly of the beast alive. That battle never left her. She saw the memories of her fallen comrades everywhere, slaughtered one after a... The nightmare twisted every joy in her life, her subordinates, family, and friends, into enemies in need of destruction. It was in that state, trapped in the battlefield of her mind, that she raised her sword against me on Mount Yogo. With the Muso no Hitotachi, I cut off her arm, one of her horns, and a portion of the mountain itself.
And subsequently uncovered by 3 Bakedanuki. That means the
Nightmares feed on fear and anxiety. If what the traveler saw is true, it's possible Kinkaku and the others' fear over the past 500 years allowed the fragment to gain physical form and become something akin to a Jibakure, an earthbound spirit. They move through the ley lines, but are also bound by them. That's why the traces of this entity appeared intermittently and never outside of Mount Yogo.
It would seem the fragment of this nightmare is no different from the one back then. It hates old joy, and the investigation team working for a better future? Attacked. Hitotsume Kozo and his friends, kind enough to lend a helping hand?
Yeah, and we were attacked too! Right when we were having fun with the playtesting.
Perhaps it needs to regain strength after your defeat. Or perhaps it is biding its time because it knows, with whatever rationality remains, that it cannot defeat you. But sooner or later, its twisted hatred will force it out when Chiyo set her sights on a target.
Oh.
But both possibilities prove something, and an enemy that can be killed.
There's really no other way?
Mikoshi Chiyo is gone. A fragment of an...
Oh, who cares about the dead anyway? I'm just trying to look out for the living.
What is that supposed to mean, Miko?
Oh, I'm just concerned about...
Huh? What?
The nightmare fragment has been tied to the Bakedanuki for nearly 500 years. Strike it down, and who's to say whether you take the lives of our poor friends along...
I beseech you, almighty Shogun, spare the...
Miko.
If you don't believe me, ask Mizuki and the Traveler. I'm sure they've encountered...
Yes. During my studies both in Liyue and Natlan.
Then, what would you propose?
If the fragment's hatred toward the world comes from a nightmare, then the most logical option...
Right! Can't you just eat the nightmare, Mizuki?
The Yumekui Baku already tried that 500 years ago. Even yesterday, when faced with the corruption of the nightmare...
What was impossible back then is not necessarily impossible now. I think, why not use this entity's tricks against it? Combat illusions with illusions. Combat nightmares with dreams.
Is that even possible?
Don't forget, there are yokai that specialize in shape-shifting and illusions.
Where? Kinkaku doesn't...
Maybe... Fools! The Kitsune is clearly referring to the Baketanuki. Tetsunosuke, Kinkaku, must you be so dense?
Given their centuries-long connection to the nightmare fragment, they are perfectly positioned to create a dreamscape that the entity will be unable to distinguish from the real world.
Back then, the nightmare had little to no weaknesses.
You said it yourself. Mikoshi Chiyo is gone. All that remains is Besides, Mizuki is an old friend, one that is not to be underestimated. She has traveled the land studying dreams and is far more...
She just... usually doesn't compliment me to my face.
Once we perform the ritual, it will take some time for the barrier to take effect. Luckily for us, we have our festival representative, who also happens to have extensive experience against dark forces, and the almighty Shogun, unmatched in combat.
There's just one problem. Since this entity can pass through the ley lines...
The solution to that is obvious. Then naturally, a joyous occasion would be an evil beyond measure. An enemy that must be
So, if we want to lure it out...
The Mikawa Flower Festival!
What joy could possibly compare?
I would imagine we can all think of a few. But once the enemy appears, I will pull them into the plain of Euthymia immediately. Traveler, I ask that you join me there, so...
All right. I will update everyone back at the festival and start the preparation.
Looks like an all-nighter for me.
Well, this was your idea. Oh, and don't forget, you need to finish a little fox's daydream as well.
And in a surprising twist, you were my nightmare all along.
Great yokai, really?
That's right. It was my choice.
Why does great yokai...
I suppose it's just the price of becoming a...
Great yokai?
Well, Ioroi, as I see it, you've been punished long enough.
Released? I can do that myself anytime I want.
Ioroi is the best!
Besides, the seal's power is almost gone. What I really want is for you to help me give that sneaky kitsune a piece of my mind.
Ioroi, she's already...
Not so fast. I won't be fooled by your tricks again.
Take it easy.
Traveler, during the battle tomorrow, it is imperative you know your limits. If the enemy proves too much to handle, I know. I understand your concerns. One more thing. Thank you.
Alright, it's finally time for the festival! Hopefully everything goes okay. Do you think everyone completed their games? Let's go check it out!
Remarkably efficient, Ayato. How are things with the Tenryo Commission?
Oh, you're all here! Well, it's a relief to have you all in our corner. Those in need?
I'm sure you'll run into her as you walk around. Oh, and just a reminder, most importantly, don't forget to enjoy yourself. We need this event to be as joyful as possible if we want the plan to work. Once you're done experiencing the festival, you should check in with A.
Ah, Captain. Swordfish 2, salute.
To be honest, some Watatsumi Islanders aren't too concerned about the festival.
But if they knew it was for the captain of Swordfish 2, I'm confident everyone would be...
Huh. I never considered that angle. You possess wisdom beyond your years.
Mizuki!
I'm fine. I will. The good news is, the ritual is all set. That means the festival can proceed, and we can focus on realizing our vision. As for the more pressing matter, once the nightmare you and the Shogun are the only ones who can subdue the enemy until then. Do you remember what I told you yesterday? Humans, yokai, and archons bear the same capacity for... It's very possible that someone who appears strong on the outside has learned to compartmentalize their negative emotions, and that is far from healthy. Good. I trust you won't let the Shogun shoulder this alone.
The Arataki gang rules!
Not your fault. Bakedanuki are powerful. Longhorn Oni is stupid. Stupid Oni really helped make game? By the way, where are the real Hitotsume Kozo and his friends? And what about Tetsunosuke and the others?
Don't you think this puzzle is a bit too complicated?
You're right.
Oh, no. Oh, when did you get here?
Just now. Seems like you're a natural, Ayaka. A real game developer.
Oh, You remember that. Well, brother, I'm just glad I didn't turn out to be an inconvenience.
In a jam? Because jam is sticky.
Not that kind of jam.
Traveler, Lady Guji told me about the upcoming battle. As I understand, our thoughts and prayers...
Yeah. I'm keeping a lookout. Don't worry, there's no ambush.
Ah, it's you. Before battle, it is imperative to calm the mind. If you have unfinished business, see to that now. Then... Since leaving the plane of Euthymia, I seem to experience this feeling more and more, whether in the markets of Inazuma or before the sacred site. No, it may not be a bad thing. In the plane of Euthymia, I could not perceive the consequences of my choices, but that it is only natural that I would feel their effect one day. I have come to realize that I will not unleash Muso no Hitotachi this time. I can only support you in the battle ahead, using illusion against illusion, dream against nightmare. The ultimate success of...
Did we do it?
The Arataki Gang rules!
Prepare yourself, traveler. All right, follow me. To think, there would be a day when we would fight in the plain of Euthymia, side by side. Stay on your guard, traveler.
God of Thunder, heed our call. Shatter the night,
unmask it all.
With your might, when illusions fall.
my power. I grant you the Shogun's blessing. We have the advantage. Time to strike.
God of Thunder, heed our call.
Shatter the night, unmask it all!
With your might, let illusions fall!
Wake up! Wake up! Makoshi-sama! Makoshi-sama!
Are you okay?
We thought you'd been eaten alive by that beast!
Mother!
Do what you must. Just save her.
This nightmare, it's beyond our skill to heal. A nightmare. It felt like an endless nightmare.
Sleep in peace. This time, only sweet dreams await.
For many of us, I'm sure the last few days have seen unforgettable levels of stress and fatigue. But for now, I hope now, before we kick things off, our representative will announce the award for Best Game.
Woohoo!
The winning team will take home a sum of prize money courtesy of the Yashiro Commission. In addition, our special guest has the honor of announcing us.
This special award recognizes the team with the most immersive game, and that goes to the creators of the horror game, The Doppelganger Incident. Kinkaku, Ginkaku, and Tetsunosuke.
Huh? Oh, so it was a horror game all along!
Wow, that takes immersive to a whole...
I present you this award in...
Shogun? Shogun is the best!
The whole purpose of the investigation was to avoid disturbing yokai. Besides, the world is a big place.
Though there were misunderstandings, seeing the Bakedanuki together, Miko took them to me. After all, you claimed striking down the nightmare.
Next time. We were just there. So... Oh, hey! Don't fall asleep in the tub!
It's not good to get distracted during a match, brother. Oh,
Boss! The Mikawa Flower Festival was a huge success for us! We had 3 times more visitors than usual. Based on what we've made so far, I think we'll be able to make... this much.
That's great news! We might even beat Yai Publishing House this month.
Oh? You look pleased about something.
Oh, it's nothing.
I forgot to share some good news with you. 30% of the proceeds from the festival have been transferred to Yai Publishing House. We're expecting
What?
Well, boss, I guess congratulations are in order. This is our...
May this be a night of sweet...
Ad Astra. Thank you for
The water from the hot springs has magical powers to heal your body and soul.
So sorry. I'm still registering the last customer.
Nice to see you again, traveler. Yes, the news spread far and wide. A festival for humans and yokai alike is a grand occasion, after all. Ayaka happened to send me an invitation as well, so I came to check it out. I have to say, the atmosphere in Inazuma seems much improved since I left.